Excuse me, sir. PC Quinnan just called from the front desk. He's got an ex-police sergeant, Arthur Gordon, with him. Wants to speak to you on a personal matter.
Well, can't he make an appointment?
Well, apparently Mr. Gordon's rather elderly. He used to work at the old Sunhill station in the 1940s.
Good God, he must be prehistoric.
You all right, Mr. Gordon?
Fine. Not as fast as I was. Call me Arthur. No need to stand on ceremony. Oh, pot plants. Not like the old Nick, this place. Never heard of pot plants back then. They'd have been too untidy for Sergeant McRae. Real stickler he was. He'd have chewed you out good and proper.
Me, why?
Your hair, for a start. If you'd had it that length back then, it'd be 340. What are you? A Nancy boy? Get it cut, man.
Good old days, eh?
No. No, not always so good. And people who say they were don't remember. Through there, is it?
Yep, this way.
It's a question of... Yes, come in.
Sir, I've brought Mr. Gordon up from the front desk.
Oh, Mr. Gordon. Chief Superintendent Charles Brownlow. Nice to meet you. And this is Chief Inspector Derek Conway.
Mr. Gordon?
Good of you to take the time, sir. I hope it isn't interrupting.
No, not at all. Have a seat.
Thank you.
Would you like a cup of tea, coffee?
Not for me, sir. No, thank you.
Sir, shall I wait outside?
Yes, Dave, if you wouldn't mind, thanks. Well, Mr. Gordon, it's not every day we have a Sunhill veteran dropping in. Quite an honour.
Oh.
You were Sergeant Gordon, that's right, isn't it?
That's right, sir. Yes. Of course, I didn't get the stripes till I was out at Barking in 49.
So you won't have seen inside the station since it took over from Cromwell Road?
Not until today, no.
Oh, perhaps we could arrange for you to have a tour around. You could, see how things are done now. That's if you've got the time, of course.
Well, as it happens, I did think I might be working this afternoon.
Working?
Yes, sir. On a case.
That wouldn't be a police case, would it?
It would. See, that's the reason I'm here. Because I found a man that we wanted for murder back in 1944.
Here you go.
I might be getting on a bit, Chief Superintendent. But I do remember the details.
Of course, I'm sure you do. That's why I think you should have a talk with DCI Meadows. Dave?
Sir?
Could you take Mr. Gordon along to see Mr. Meadows? He's expecting you.
Yes, sir.
In my day, you had to have a bit of class to be a Chief Superintendent. It was us and them, and I'll tell you something else. You'd never have got them calling their men by their first names, never. You knew where you stood.
You're a bit of an old con man, aren't you, Arthur?
Me? What do you mean?
Well, you're not huffing and puffing like you did. And all that I'm an old man routine, you just used that to save Brownlow, didn't you?
Maybe. Worked, though, didn't it?
Through there.
Right.
Mr. Gordon, I'm DCI Meadows. Pleased to meet you. Now, Mr. Brownlow tells me you have a murder to report.
Not a murder, no. That's already on file. I found the man who did it.
Right, yes, of course. Well, unfortunately, I can't help you personally, because I have to go out on an operation.
Oh.
But if you come this way, I'll find somebody in the office who can deal with it.
This is the runaround.
Alistair, you busy?
Well, I suppose some of this could wait,
This is Mr. Gordon.
XPS Gordon.
Yeah, of course. XPS Gordon. He used to work here. He's got some information on a crime.
A murder. June 15th, 1944.
A murder. Just take the details, will you, and see what you can do.
Yeah, right, but, don't you want...
No, I've got the obbo to go to on the East India Way. I'm sure you can handle it. Well, it's nice meeting you, Mr. Gordon. I'm sorry it was so short, but I'm leaving you in safe hands.
That's funny. That's just what your Chief Superintendent said about you.
Yes. Well, as I said, perhaps we'll meet later. Dave?
Sir?
Right, Mr. Gordon, would you like to sit down? Dave, are you connected with this?
Well,
I want P.C. Quinnan to stay. So far, he's the only one of your lot I've got any sense from.
OK, Mr. Gordon, that's fine. So what's this about a murder? 1944, is that right?
That's what I said. June the 15th, 1944. Aren't you going to make notes? Her name was Margaret Harris, aged 19. She lived at a rooming house in 43 Brickman Road, Sunhill.
Brickman Road. I don't think I know that.
You won't. It was hit by a doodlebug in 1945. At the end of the war, they knocked the whole street down and built a tower block.
Ah, right.
So, as I was saying, on the night of June the 15th, we were called to this rooming house. I wasn't the first there. That was Fred Searcy. He's gone now. But I was only a couple of minutes behind him. Of course, I didn't know it was a murder when I went there. But as soon as I walked through that door, I could tell. Something about it. Not just the smell, though that was bad enough. Just a feeling. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Well, there she was, down inside the bed, half undressed. And whoever had done it had given her a real beating. It was very nasty. Anyway, eventually the CID boys turned up and she was taken away and we started asking questions about her.
So were you part of the investigating team then?
Not so much in the team, but Brickman Road was part of my beat. I knew most of the families and shopkeepers around there. You did in those days. You walked the beat and you talked to the people. So I found out that this Margaret Harris was a bit of a good time girl, liked soldiers especially.
You mean she was a prostitute?
No, I'm not saying that, but there was a war on. You didn't know if you'd be bombed and killed before morning. So people were a bit more for enjoying life while they could, you know. No, of course you don't. Well, that's how it was. And Margaret Harris was the same.
So did you think it was one of the men she'd been going out with who killed her?
Oh, he hadn't just killed her. She'd been raped as well. And before he'd gone, he'd emptied her handbag. We found it tipped out on the bed. And we got fingerprints from it.
Fingerprints?
Nearly a full set. So we knew if we could find out who she was with on the night she was killed, we'd have a cast iron case. And in those days, that meant he'd be hanged.
So who did you find, Mr. Gordon?
We found out that on the 13th, she'd gone to a dance hall with 2 other girls, and that was the last time she was seen alive. We talked to these 2 girls, and they told us that she'd left the dance with a soldier from the 25th King's Rifles, and his name was Stanley Parks. And by the time our inspector had got in touch with the War Ministry to find out if there was a Stanley Parks in the 25th King's Rifles, they'd all been shipped to Normandy and were pushing the invasion. It took ages for the War Minister to let us know that there was a Corporal Stanley Parks in the 25th. And it took our inspector a week to get word through to his CO in France. We wanted him sent back for questioning.
What, and take his fingerprints?
Right. And then we got a telegram. Corporal Stanley Parks was killed in action, blown to bits by a landmine.
Look, I'm sorry, Mr. Gordon, but if this Corporal Parks was killed back in 1944, I really don't see what we can do now.
No. And that's the point. He wasn't killed. He's alive and living in Sunhill. So, all you have to do is to match his fingerprints with those found on Margaret Harris's handbag, and you have got him. I was 21 there.
Look at those colours.
Yeah, and the trousers, yeah.
Trousers, they came up to here on you, held up by braces, and if they got wet, you could hardly walk.
What about in summer? What did you wear then?
That was it. None of this shirt sleeves like you've got now. And in the winter, we had a cape.
Oh, like Batman, you mean?
Don't knock it. Very useful, that cape was. Hide a pint of beer, no problem.
Pie, come on, Arthur.
I've told you, you don't know the half of it.
1944. I mean, are you sure this isn't a wind-up, Alistair?
So far, it all checks out. And the case file's really enough. Just come through from General Registry. Still flagged up as an open case.
It was a different world back then. Then again, some things haven't changed. Dave, looks like we've got work to do. She'd have been, what, 71 now. Not much younger than me.
So how did you find Stanley Parks after all this time?
I didn't find him. Not really. More like he found me. A couple of weeks ago, I was down in the chemist's on Columbia Street when the woman behind the counter called out his name. Mr. Parks! Mr. Stanley Parks! Just like that. And this old bloke goes up and collects his prescription.
But you can't have known it was the same man. Besides, you thought he was dead.
I know it could have been a coincidence, but I very much doubt it. But it was all brought back to me again, clear as day. You remember your first murder?
Well, yeah, of course.
Well, Margaret Harris was the first murder I ever saw. The only one, too. Oh, we saw plenty of bodies during the war from the bombing. But that was the war. This was different. She was killed on purpose.
Yeah, but you still can't be sure that this man and the Stanley Parks you wanted in 1944 are the same.
When he left the chemist, I followed him. I know the betting shop he uses. I know the pub he drinks in. As a matter of fact, for the last few afternoons, I've been having a pint with him in the Pike's Head. We've become quite pally, Stanley and me. He loves to talk about the old days. And that's how I know he's the one.
Well, as far as I can see, everything's here. Dave, you got the fingerprints there?
No.
Well, listed on the front of the file, but they're not inside.
Are you sure? Look, they've got to be somewhere.
Look, Arthur, it may well be that this Stanley Parks and the man you wanted back in 44 are the same.
Listen. Listen. I know it's him. Now, what you going to do? You going to let him get away with it just because he's an old man? Would you let me off if I went out and raped and killed a young girl? Because that's what he did. And don't you forget it.
It's not the same, Arthur. You must see that. If he's guilty, he should go to trial. But...
what if you got a confession? What if I get him to say he did it? And you were there to hear him? Let me do the talking, right? He thinks I'm his mate. Don't sit too close, he'll become suspicious. Dave, this way. Hello, Stan. What's up? Not talking today? Who are you? It's Arthur. Who do you think it was? You gonna sit down then?
Oh, right, yeah.
Hello, Arthur. How's things?
All right.
I can't stop long. My granddaughter's coming to pick me up. Who's this?
Oh, this is my grandson, Dave. Dave, Stan Parks.
Mr. Parks, I've heard a lot about you.
Have you? Call me Stan. I've been telling him some of that stuff you got up to in the war. He's into all that, aren't you, Dave?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, sounds very interesting.
Yeah. Interesting now. Dangerous back then, some of it was. So what's Arthur been telling you, then? Did you tell me he was coming? I could have brought me... If you told me, I could have brought me, what's the name, a photograph album, the one I showed you. Did he tell you about the time all my platoon buggered off and left me asleep in a minefield? Was that it?
Oh, yeah.
No.
No.
You tell it. You were there. Too right I was.
Thank you.
Arthur, are you sure this is going to work? He hasn't said anything that links him to Margaret Harris.
You didn't expect him to come right out with it, did you? We're just getting him relaxed, that's all.
I don't know about relaxed. He keeps forgetting what he's saying.
Don't you worry about it. You just keep listening. You'll see. There you go, Stanley.
Oh, yeah, right. Cheers.
Well, here's to the old days, Stan. So, which one you told him now? What about France? You tell him that trick you pulled over there. Getting yourself killed. Tell him that.
What? Well, you got yourself killed?
Certainly. Anyway, it didn't start there. I told you, back here it was.
Was it? Oh, I thought it was in France.
You're losing your memory, mate. No, it was 1944. And I've been hanging around in London waiting to go over to Normandy with the invasion, right?
What, D-Day, you mean?
Well, not D-Day exactly. Me and the rest of the regiment didn't go over till a week later.
What regiment was that again, Stan?
25th King's Rifles.
That's it.
Yeah, 25th. Anyway, while I've been hanging around waiting to go, I get involved in one or two things that wasn't strictly legal. Sold a bit of army petrol and stuff here and there. Know what I mean?
That must have been a bit dangerous.
Well, it could have been if I got caught. But after a few days, we get shipped over to France and up the front line, so I reckon I'm safe. Thing is, a week later, I'm with this bloke from Signals, and he tells me he's had a message to pass on to the CO. Apparently, the police back here in London have got wind of what I've been up to with the petrol and want me held for questioning.
The police, not the army?
No. No, the police.
What did you do?
They used me wits. We was just about to move up on this village. And when we did, we took a right old hammering. The next thing, I find myself next to this bloke from another regiment who's been blown up. Unrecognisable he was, apart from his uniform. And I think to myself, if I put my identity discs on him and take his, well, that's it. I'm dead. Word'll go back to the coppers in London and they'll stop looking for me. So that's what I did. Swapped the discs and became Private George Green.
That's very clever. But, someone must have known the real George Green.
Nah, you're forgetting this was a war. Half the time, blokes was miles away from where they were supposed to be, and it was months before they got back to their units.
What about after the war? Tell him that.
After the war?
Oh, when you'd been demobbed.
Demobbed, yeah. Well, I was still George Green, wasn't I? I didn't want to come back here where the police might recognise me, so I went to live up north. I kept calling myself... I kept calling myself George Green for about 5 years, and then I reckon I'd been dead long enough. Moved to Leicester. Went back to being Stan Parks. Been me ever since. Come back to Sunhill 15 years ago.
That's some story.
Yeah. But not all true, though, is it, Stan?
You what? Well, of course it is. What are you talking about?
It wasn't a charge of nicking petrol that you were dodging. It was murder.
Look, how'd you... I don't know what you're talking about, Arthur. What is this?
Margaret Harris, June the 13th, 1944. You took her home from a dance and you killed her.
Never. Never touched her.
It was you. I know, because I'm one of them who found the body. I was a copper. Please? Look, I told you I don't... When did you tell me? You can play dumb all you want, but we've got witness statements from Margaret's friends, and you left your fingerprints on her handbag.
I thought you was... Oh, I'm not staying here for this. He's off his bloody trolley.
Mr. Parks, I'm sorry I can't let you go just yet. D.S. Greig, Sun Hill. I'd like to come and talk to us at the station.
Get lost. I ain't admitted nothing, and I ain't going to. I know my rights.
You don't have to admit it, Parks. Not with statements and fingerprints. We've got you.
Oh, yeah? So what? So what if I did say I done it? No jury's going to convict me, are they? Not now. I'm an old man. I'm a granddad.
When I tell the court what you did to her, what I saw when I went into that room, they'll listen. However long ago it was.
Well, go on then. She was a tart and she deserved it. She was...
19. She was 19. And if I had my way, you'd hang for it now like you should have done then.
Dad, what's wrong? What's happened?
Miss Parks, I'm Detective Sergeant Greig from Sun Hill. I'm sorry, but we need to take your grandfather down to the station and ask him some questions.
Cheryl, what's the matter, love? What's happened? You come to pick me up?
Stanley Parks, I'm arresting you on suspicion of murder.
Murder? You can't be serious. Can't you see he's not well? He's an old man. He wouldn't hurt anyone.
Maybe not now. But 50 years ago, he did.
Look, I'm sorry. Why don't you come down to the station? We can sort all this out, yeah?
Can we go home now?
Yeah, all right. Grandad, listen, don't worry. I'm here. We've just got to go to the police station, OK?
Come on, Mr. Parks, let's go and have a talk. Get a cup of tea, yeah?
It was a long time coming. But it was worth it.
Listen, Arthur, this still might not go anywhere. You know that, don't you?
He said she was a tart and she deserved it. I'm your witness.
Yeah, I know. But as soon as he gets a brief, we're going to have to tell him that we don't have the fingerprints. And without them, it's... Just don't get your hopes up too high, that's all.
Dave, you ready?
Yeah. You coming in?
No, you don't need me now. I think I'll get myself back home. I've had a busy day.
You sure? You sure you don't want to come back to the station?
This is enough for me. Parks knows he didn't get away with it. That's all I wanted. Because even if no one else remembered Margaret Harris, I did. Let me know how it goes.
Yeah, of course we will.
Thanks for your help, Dave.
Pleasure. Take it easy, Arthur.